Alright guys, here we go. We're playing some Black Ops 4. I hope you guys don't mind the gameplay too much because I don't know, I don't think I'm that good at Black Ops 4 right now. Hopefully if they bring down the health a little more, maybe to 125, it'd be a little better. But anyways, hope you guys do enjoy the gameplay and a couple of deaths here and there. So anyways, so this week we hear about a gamer, nonetheless gives us gamers a bad rep. Somebody who shut up other people because he lost in a tournament. Okay, so a couple of things here. First of all, if it ever comes to a point where you feel like you need to harm other people because you lose at a video game, let's take a breath, you know, take a step back and realize what just happened. Realize that it's just a game. And yes, emotions at that point in time do get the better of us. And we hate losing, all that stuff, but at the end of the day, it's just a video game. Look, I know and I understand that it's a tournament, and I understand that there's a little more at stake than just playing an online game, such as maybe money or maybe fame or something like that, recognition, whatever the case may be. But again, at the end of the day, it is still just a video game. Okay, life will move on, there will be more tournaments, stuff like that. Okay, I've actually played in a tournament before. I used to play Super Smash Bros. Melee a lot when it was on the GameCube. Remember that game? That was a classic game. I love that game. Still love it to this day. I still think it's the best Super Smash Bros. To this day. It's better than Brawl. It's better than the Wii U version. And they were holding a GameStop tournament at that. And I was actually pretty mad, pretty upset that I lost in that. I won my first match and then I lost the second one. And it was a back and forth, and I thought I was doing really well, and I lost, right? And of course emotions are high. My emotions were that of anger, and nobody likes losing, okay? But did I ever once think of harming the other person? No, I didn't. So just in general, when those feelings come, you know, and I understand I lose in video games all the time. I lose in Call of Duty, I lose in Halo, I lose in Fortnite, I lose in Dragon Ball FighterZ, actually quite a bit. And in fighting games, I don't know what it is, but I feel a little more of it when I lose in a fighting game, just because, I don't know, just it makes you rage a little bit more. And at the same time, yes, those emotions come over you, but I don't ever feel like raging too hard where I feel like I need to harm somebody else because of that. And there is one factor, however, that does play a huge part into all of this with this whole shooting at Jacksonville. The fact that, and I don't know if you guys know this or not, but this guy who was the shooter actually had a history of mental illness. Now, mental illness is definitely something that should not be ignored. It's something of a huge factor, actually. And I work with the mental illness population. You know, I work with people who have mental illness in a hospital/prison setting, and I know how serious it can be. It should definitely be looked at in a sense that played a huge role in this tragedy. My heart goes out to the people who died because of the shooting. A 22-year-old and a 27-year-old, way too young to die. Senseless killing. And honestly, it just goes to show that mental illness should be taken a lot more serious, and you know, treatment needs to be made available to people who have mental illness. I feel like there needs to be more attention made available, more attention being directed or should be directed towards people who have mental illness. And you could see that it did definitely play a huge role in this. Not saying that people who don't have mental illness might do the same thing, because it definitely could have been committed by people without a mental illness. But at the same time, just whenever you guys feel like, you know, harming somebody else because of losing, whether it's in video games, whether it's in sports, whatever the case may be, just realize that life goes on and it's not the end of the world. So those are just kind of my, you know, very small, very, you know, logical, I guess, tips for you guys, just to take a deep breath, stay thinking about what the issue is at hand and not make such a big deal out of something so small. In hindsight, it's really not a big deal. So that's just kind of my take on this whole matter. Let me know what you guys think or feel about it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. This is GCP, and I am signing off.